KM Radio, we go ham at your boy Tony G. Big Lou on the sports pick. Heck of a weekend of sports, baseball. Everything was going on. College, a lot of good college games were going on. Somebody had called me Saturday morning and like, I got it. I got the pick for you. And I was like, all right, tell me what you got. And this is what they gave me. And it was a good pick. It was Kentucky, Miami, Pitt, and the over in BYU. And that, my friends, was a winner. Yeah, it was. It was BYU. But once that game got rolling, it just got out of control. The over could have been 60 points. It didn't matter. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Got to watch some college football this weekend. Some good games this week coming up. Definitely got some good matchup. What do you think about the LSU deal, man? About him leaving?
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but we kind of seen it coming. I thought they was going to let him, finish the season out just to see where he was, so they can make an evaluation there. But it's kind of weird, I mean, he's definitely the guy that you need for recruiting and, for motivating kids. It's just he needs a strong team under him. And that's what, and I believe that's what he's lacking. That strong team.
But here's my thing. I mean,
or coaching team, I should say.
Yeah, they've done well. Okay, they're having a bad year. Every time somebody has a bad year, we're getting rid of we're not building any, we're not building that dynasty. I promise you, Saban's going to be at Alabama for probably until he says he wants to retire, because he's 72. So he probably got 4 or 5.
Yeah, because he pretty much owns the state. I mean, he pretty much owns, I mean, he's king there. So I guess until he just get tired of doing it, he's going to do it.
Right.
But I believe that's what keeps him young, being around and motivating young kids. That's what keeps him young. And I do believe that that's his thing, to get those guys to the next level, as well as make them great men, with the talent of the football that they have. So maybe that's his fix, and that's probably what's got him solidified. But I'm with you. I'm not cool with it. We show a little stability there. We could probably, it'll come back around, because he's a great recruiter, like I said. But
I think he's done well.
LSU and it's win now.
I think they've gotten greedy. I mean, they weren't winners for a long time. You know what I mean? And then and all of a sudden it's like, if you're not winning, if you ain't winning, you got to leave. And I think I think in the long run it's going to hurt them. No stability.
Right.
I mean, I get it, but
I'm with you on that, Tony. I don't think that's a good look. I mean,
no, neither do I. Who are you going to get?
Right.
Who's coming over there that's going to replace him? That's what my point is. Yeah, there's guys out there, but who's going to replace him? And he does a good job recruiting, like you said. I mean,
and he fits the mold of what LSU football. And
really does.
Whoever comes in is going to, they're going to insinuate they're going to ensue their coaching, which means that the program has to start over, because he's going to recruit the guy that the guys that he wants.
And so that gets us right back to
where we're pretty much in the same boat.
We're not going anywhere. Yeah, I agree, Lou. We're not really doing anything. We're setting the program back 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not going to win for another 2 years.
Right.
And
now
then
we're in
that guy's going to go. Right.
But, so for the viewers, for the people that are not listening to us, or the people that's listening to us on CAN Radio, we want to thank you first, but you're not able to see it. For the people on YouTube, everybody know I have shades on. I got shades on this week because, with the weather changing, have airborne allergies, got a little eye swell. So, show must go on. And I got the stunner shades on today. That does not mean I'm stunning. That just means I'm just hiding, the swollen,
Right. It's all
right.
good. Yeah.
It's all good. I'm not fly like that.
I'm not fly. How about the Cincinnati Bearcats? Just keep winning, man.
Keep winning. Number 3 in the nation.
Yep, Cincinnati Bearcats. Yep.
Defense just lights out. I mean, I don't know, I'm slowly getting on that bandwagon a little bit. I mean, I sit with my arms folded and watch them play, and they always make me,
Oh yeah. What's so crazy about that, Lou, is there's a school that, just kind of keep moving methodically, improving the football program. And that to me, that's what's happened with LSU. When the success came, then it was like, we need another one and another. And it's like, whoa, it don't work. I mean, I know it'd be great, but man, if you're in the hunt every 2 or 3 years, that's pretty impressive. You win one every 4 years, that's very impressive. It's not the norm to back-to-back national championships, skip a year, win another one. I mean, it's not the norm. I mean,
right. It's legacy. Build
a
legacy behind your football team. A little stability goes a long way.
And the players that they lose to the NFL, I mean, holy cow. I mean, if you want to go to the NFL, you definitely want to be on Bama or you want to be on LSU.
Absolutely. You definitely want to be a part of those. Yeah, you definitely want to be a part of those programs. And it's okay to not make it to the championship a couple of years. Every program has to rebuild and start over, especially after you have numerous players go.
Probably in the last 2 years, probably 16, 17 players to the NFL. That's a lot. I mean, guys that had two more years left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, some of these other schools that are experiencing success, they got like 5th-year seniors. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, some of them guys know that they're not exactly going to the NFL, or maybe they do in some, but so they got another year. So you got a totally developed man, really, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you got a 24-year-old or 23-year-old playing guard, playing running back. So, I mean, it's a huge it's the same with basketball in the NCAA. When them teams start getting those 5th-year seniors or I mean, that makes a big difference on the court, man. It's not anything to snub your nose up and go, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. It's a big deal. Trying to pick. Actually, I got a couple. Male, if you want to start. Jeez. So let me see. So there's a couple games I jotted down.
Mm-hmm.
BYU, Washington State. I think that's going to be a fun game to watch. The spread's only 3. It's basically a pick 'em, but it's going to be a fun game. BYU's going to, they can score. Washington can score. So it's going to be a great game to watch. And let me see, now LSU's playing Mississippi this week. Mm-hmm. I got a funny feeling that Mississippi's going to give them the blues. I mean, unless they just come back and
unless they just and it was an impressive job at Florida. I was impressed with the job. It's just unfortunate that they unfortunate about their coach, but we'll see. But with Ole Miss going to Ole Miss, I mean, LSU travels well, but they're a different team on the road, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with these guys.
Yeah.
Have you guys noticed the coach yet, or are they just running the offensive coordinator as the intern until the end of the season? How are they doing?
From what I understand, he's staying to the end of the year.
Okay.
At the end of the year, he decided they came up with they came up with not a dismissal or a separation contract.
Yeah, he came up
What
with
they
a nice
called it,
little
yeah.
look. We're gonna give you something nice to smooth it over, but yeah, yeah.
I think it's in the neighborhood of 15 million.
Yeah, he could sit down good.
Something like that, and I could be off a little bit.
Yeah,
Somebody
you
was throwing some numbers around. Oh yeah, he's fine. Let's not worry about him on that aspect.
A couple of Popeyes commercials, and he just.
Oh yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he goes somewhere else.
Right. That yeah, because that's on the table too.
It can be, and I know they don't want to see him in the SEC. You know what I'm saying?
No.
that was LSU would just have to eat that one because I think they're making a mistake.
I do as well.
Yeah, I just whatever. But anyway, so I think that LSU's playing Mississippi. Might be a long day for LSU.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they can keep the momentum going. Ohio State's playing Indiana. I think Ohio State's going to cover the 20.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to have a problem with that. Trying to see. USC's playing Notre Dame. I think this is going to be a good game.
As do I. They always come with classic games, those two.
Right. And on the board, they're not throwing any under or over.
Oh, okay.
They just got USC. +7. I don't know about gambling on this one, but we'll make for a good football game to enjoy on Saturday.
Yeah, a good watch. Yeah,
and
that'd be hold your wallets. This will be a good watch. Good watch.
Yeah, because USC. Yeah, it'll be a good. They're +7. It's the 7:30. It's the 7:30 game. Should be a good game. If you're looking over my left shoulder, guys, that's the Monday night game behind me with the Buffalo Bills and the Titans. It's Buffalo -7. I think the over is 52. I like Buffalo, and I also like
as well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, against the Titans are having. Yeah. So
it's been put out there. Yes, it's out there. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. It's out there. Okay, guys. So don't hit me with the bias in the comments. I'm new. I'm new to the wagon. I will be ordaining some uniform wear here pretty soon. So thank you very much for welcoming me, to the squad. I will have buffalo wings on deck when they play. But yeah, I love those guys. I like what those guys are doing. I still believe that they are the guys to beat, and they are the ones that can get through Kansas City, I believe. Besides Baltimore's a half a tick underneath, I would say. But
did you watch the Dallas game against the Pats?
Yes, I did, and
good game.
Good game. I'm teetering on the fence. It was good play by Dallas, but also good play by Mac Jones too. He had a couple of throws there that I was like, wow, that guy's the real deal. Why aren't they just? But I understand how that system works. But yeah, very very good. Trey Diggs was the best signing that Jerry Jones did for the Cowboys. They for years they've needed a shutdown corner like that. Well. Right. Or a great corner like that. So kudos to the Cowboys. You guys are playing well. Both running backs are running good. Your receiving core is running well. So, everybody was ready to pull the plug on Mike McCarthy. But, like we said, y'all need to relax. Slow it down a little. CC, has got a gel. And he can do that. You got Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator. He's I like the stuff he's doing. And then Dan Quinn's comfortable back where he belongs and as a defensive coordinator. So, yeah, they got some good stuff going.
I agree. I mean, when I watch Matt Jones play, I go, wow, he's going to be a good quarterback. He's going to be a great quarterback coming up. He's still a rookie. Dak looks strong, looks real well. The move of the ball. the only it's still making some stupid mistakes. Penalties, a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you this: I was telling someone, I said, a little interesting point. The Cowboys are 6-0 for the season covering the spread. They're good to bet with right now because they're covering their spread. But because yesterday if they would have kicked the field goal, would have covered the spread.
Right.
They scored the touchdown, which covered the spread. That's like the Thursday game with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, all they had to do was score, and they literally ran that clock out perfectly. And then they right there on the goal line, and it was like, wow. Because they didn't cover because, again, they had to. And, Tampa had – I mean, that was a good game, too, last Thursday.
Yes, it was.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was a great game.
Definitely a good game. And the Cowboy game was really good.
Game that impressed me, the Baltimore, San Diego. Baltimore impressed me. The way they did Baltimore. They made Justin Herbert look rookie again.
They did. That
was an impressive win for me with Baltimore. But I got them right. They right on Buffalo's heel as far as the pecking order. Chiefs got their stuff together, but to me, I gotta see a couple of games. I gotta see a couple of games of them. It looks like they're back on all cylinders, but they're still they're still leaving some stuff out on the field. The interceptions, and the interceptions come from I gotta do it type play, and hero ball never wins. Hero ball leads to mistakes. That's where the interceptions are coming from, the hero ball. So I need a couple of games to see that cleaned up, and then I can go.
All right. Well, hey, man, we're going to pay some bills. When we get back, we're going to start covering this week's games coming up, see what we got. We'll go over each game. I want to thank everyone for tuning in every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock at KM Radio. We really want to thank everybody. Want to thank everybody from our KM family. Again, like I said, all you got to do is go to www.kmradio.com. You don't even have to download anything. All you got to do is press play, and whatever's on, like I said, a lot of great programming, shows, music. We're on. Blues You Can Use is on. There's a uplifting show covering business and spirituality. There's all kind of stuff on. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in on KM Radio, where we go ham. KM Radio, we go ham. It's your boy Tony G, Big Lou, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in, listening to us, going over some NFL. The first game we got going on, Denver Broncos and Cleveland. It's the spread's 3.5. I mean, Cleveland's got some injuries, Lou.
They do. They got some stuff going on.
They got some. And so does Denver. Yeah. Denver's got some energy, and Cleveland. The quarterback, I think, may have a calf sprain. I think he's questionable for this game coming up. Mm-hmm. Running back, everybody's
out. Baker injured, that non-throwing shoulder. Arizona put it on hard. But that's how they play. They punch in the mouth.
So, what do you think? What's your thoughts on Baker Mayfield on his performance so far this year?
Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback. Baker Mayfield is not a come from behind quarterback. Like when you're in the league and you could just run the second half of the fourth quarter out, the last two, I'll say 8 to 10 minutes. If you can run that out with your running game, you're fine. You're going to win that game. It's coming from behind and, shaking back from the pressure, you know what I'm saying, from the adversity, from you not being in your comfort zone or in your spot. And that's where, Baker fails to me. He fails in the coming back to win games type. He's not going to be that guy. We've seen it, Arizona, kind of showed him what it was, So
yeah, there's no
unfortunately
doubt
for the injuries, but at the same time, he's not that guy. To me, he's a good quarterback, but he's not going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
They got a lot of talent on that team.
Yes, they
it's
do.
Not that they don't, but and with all the injuries, it's just hard, I guess. Just hard for them to click. I mean, the spread on this is 3.5. I would probably have to lean towards Cleveland, and I might even lean towards the over because the over is 42. Like I said, this is my pick. I ain't saying
that Case Keenum is going to be your quarterback for Cleveland Browns. So you got Case Keenum that, so he's going to be the quarterback. I don't think Baker's going to play. I think Odell's going to be out too. So, but you got a Broncos defense that's, them guys are pretty high on that side of the ball.
I like him though.
Yeah.
I like Keesum. When he was, remember that one year he had a great year with Minnesota.
Yes.
Was it? Yeah. I really thought he was going to be. He was like, man, this is his opportunity.
Right.
It just never unfolded. He had a good season. It was that season. This is one I'm kind of staying. I'm not actually going to bet on. But I mean, I just take a look and I would wait to Sunday if I was going to bet on it.
Mm-hmm.
I still like the over 42.5.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just so the next game we got Cincinnati Bengals or Ravens. I think Cincinnati is moving in the right direction. They look good. They're a nice young team. The defense is playing good. That being said, I think Baltimore is just too much for them at home.
Yeah. I
mean, the spread's 6.5.
Baltimore's at home.
Baltimore's at home. The over. I like Baltimore and the over. And I'll tell you what, Lamar is really. I hate to say improved his game. When he's in the pocket, he looks good. He's really starting to get comfortable.
He's impressive in the pocket, and which is that's a very dangerous situation for the opposing team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's
impressive in the pocket. He can move around to where the receivers can make can get open, but he can also get that first down, which is all you need. Get the first down, run out of bounds. He's still upright. So that's headaches. When he can throw it down the field on you in the pocket, and he can move around, throw outside the pocket, and he can also run and get his first down. It's like, how do you plan for that?
Right. But see, before it seemed like he looked and then he took off.
Mm-hmm.
Where now he's really looking downfield, letting it unfold.
Right.
If you don't see anything, he takes off, and I think I don't have a problem with that. I didn't like the way he was before, where it's like he went, I don't see anybody, I'm gone.
My man's guy's not open, take off. Right.
Yeah. But now he's actually checking down, and I think that's I think it's great. And like I said, I like Baltimore -6 with the over 47. Since he'll put a few points on the board, I think Baltimore's gonna be it's gonna be too much for him. But I like Baltimore and the over. All right, next game is Carolina Panthers, New York Giants. Man, New York is a trash fire, can fire, whatever. Yeah,
dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
Yeah,
they can't get it right. They got general manager problems, coaching problems,
and coaching problems.
I mean, and I don't know if he's the man. I don't know if what's so bad is that it's hard to really say how good of a quarterback he is or could be. He has very little weapons. He doesn't have a good line. Coaching's not the best. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, they want, and I get it, but man, he's got to have something.
Right. Something has to go right for you. And right now, there's nothing going right for the Giants. They have one player here, one player there, but you don't have consistent, talented players on your football field, and it's showing in your record. It's something. I don't know enough about Joe Judge to dislike or like Joe Judge, but right now it doesn't seem like that's the answer over there. I'm never one for having anybody's job,
right?
But with success and pay at your job, there's a certain amount of performance that you got to put out there. So when taking that in consideration, it's not. I do not think that that's going to work there.
Yeah, I don't think it's jiving. I mean, I think it's I mean, the Rams beat them up. I mean, they beat them up.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Pretty bad. 38-11. Couldn't get anything going. I like Carolina minus the 3 with the over 43. Yeah. Next game, Washington football team versus the Green Bay Packers. Washington took a beat down from Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Washington is making good steps, but I don't think, Green Bay at home, 9.5 point. I like Green Bay.
Yeah. You say you like Green Bay? I talked. I'm sorry.
No. I like Green Bay. I don't think you could even have a conversation and say Washington with the points is going to beat Green Bay.
Right.
I mean,
not on the road, and it's just unfortunate that Washington is running into that tough part of their schedule. But they got to muster through it. And who knows? But I don't think it's going to happen in Green Bay. They're fired up off their divisional win against Chicago, and
yeah, Green Bay -9 with the over. I think you can't get around that. Next game is Atlanta against Miami. For Miami, can't
buy one with good money. Can't buy one with good money, but maybe they can. Falcons are 2-3. They're pretty much on the same boat as the Dolphins, but they really need to trade for Deshaun Watson.
I think so, huh?
I think they need to trade Tua to Houston for Deshaun Watson, and I believe that will, solve their problems with their, they can't do anything offensively because their quarterback is limited to so much, so they can't expand their offensive scheme. So they got to, they just got to get a better quarterback, Nothing against Tua. I have nothing against Tua. He's just not the answer. Or they need a veteran to come in that's just been vaccinated to take that team, give them a spark.
Yeah.
Let that guy sit and learn from and get tutored a little bit, and then bring him back and see what he is. That way he can get healthy. Because there's a certain quarterback out there that's just been vaccinated and he's ready to go. And I believe that his aura would help this team right now to give it a spark at least. And it's Miami. Cam's Miami. He's fashion. He's flashy. He's Miami.
Yeah. They need to something. I mean, so it's Atlanta. I like Atlanta in this.
Yeah.
Over Miami. I mean, too. Not saying this is one that I would gamble on. I mean,
no.
I'm just Yeah,
New
I just yeah, I'm just saying I do like Atlanta. I like Atlanta. The over's 47, kind of interesting.
Yeah, it isn't.
They could that could go. I mean, Atlanta might put some points on the board.
Yeah.
Miami might put 14. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of one of those things. Next game is New York Jets, New England Patriots.
Well,
I'm really impressed with Mac Jones.
yes, I am too. I agree. I'm very impressed with Mac Jones. You know, he's playing how I would expected him to play, but because of where he was drafted, I didn't think that he would be as good as he is. You know, I predicted that he would come along quick, but man, he's doing it. He's doing it, and
Yes.
he's in the games they lose, they don't lose by a lot. You know, it took them to overtime for Dallas to beat them.
Yep.
So that's good. It shows good progression. So
Made some good passes too.
yes, he
made
did.
some nice throws.
Some difficult tight window throws. I was very impressed with that. I was like, wow, that he got that between two guys. You know, it was very impressive. I'm very impressed with Mac Jones. You know, now I understand why Cam had to go. He was ready.
Yeah. So in this, I like the Patriots -7 at home. The over/under is 42. I don't know. I have to look at the over/under, see what all. And the Jets are just trying to. They're just trying not to. They're going to get another one. They're going to get another number one draft choice this year. I'm pretty sure of that. Because they're 1-4. Miami's 1-5. Yeah, they're going to be there. They're going to get them another number one. Definitely like New England, and maybe the over, but definitely like New England -7. Yeah. So the next game is kind of a Los Angeles Rams playing at home against Detroit.
Wow, this is going to be an onslaught.
Yeah,
this is going to be a slaughterhouse.
Two teams are traded their quarterback.
There's no way Matthew Stafford is going to let Detroit win their first game on his turf. No. He's not going to let them do it. Dan Campbell, what's your thoughts?
Man, he's in a bad situation. I mean, he's in a bad situation. I mean, it just
that press conference, it's like you're telling your quarterback he's got to step up with the. Come on.
They're going to get a number one draft choice.
Honest, there's after the game press conference coach, and then there's locker room coach. He's being locker room coach in front of the camera, and it doesn't work that way. He's going to lose their team, because when you badmouth the quarterback on camera, of course, I'm just, chicken salad after that, So, man,
absolutely. He may not be there at the end of the year, but it just contributes to the game. Yeah,
because this is the game that he had circled on his calendar right here. It's like Brady and back in New England. He has that circled, and he's like, I'm going to show, I got to take it to you. I love him, but I got to take it to them guys. So not the guys, it's the organization that he's.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. That's exactly. So on this one, the spread's 15. That's so many points for a professional team.
Mm-hmm.
I usually don't gamble on that. Now, I will tell you, because that could go. That's 2 touchdowns, and these guys are professional athletes. So I like the over though, the 50, because I think Matt's going to get loose. I
Yeah.
think Matt's going to get loose against them, um, and I think Detroit can score. I think Detroit will score too, and I think Matt's going to score 35 points on them like it's like it ain't nothing. Maybe more, but they will get a touchdown or two, Detroit. But yeah, I don't like the 15 points because I don't like too many points for any professional team. Look, guys, we're gonna have to pay some bills. Still got a lot of football. If you're just tuning in, we're making picks for this week's coming up. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank Big Lou every Tuesday night, 8:00. Like I said, we appreciate all the support from everybody. Thanks again. Couldn't make it possible. Couldn't make it happen without you guys. And remember, every Tuesday night, 8:00, KHAM Radio, where we go ham.
Damn.
KHAM Radio, we go ham. It's your boy Tony G every Tuesday night with my guy Big Lou in the house, going over NFL picks. So the next game we were talking about, interesting. Las Vegas Raiders, Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of craziness going on over and with the Raiders situation.
Yeah.
And they were already slipping. You know what I mean? The Raiders were already kind of having an issue. This is going to be a bigger distract. And what do you think about Philly, though? What do you think?
I'm kind of impressed with Philly. I'm kind of impressed with it, because when they first unveiled their head coach and what was going on, and he couldn't say who the starting quarterback was, I was like,
yeah,
dumpster fire. But
yeah.
Turns out that everything's starting to click over there a little bit. They're playing with a sense of, they're playing hungry. I'm semi-impressed with them. They're playing far more than they're exceeding my what I expected them to be this season.
Yeah. I'm with you there. The quarterback play is definitely better than I thought it was going to be. He's coming along, and like we always say, it's the system. If you get put into a good system with a good coaching staff, sky could be the limit. Same thing with Matt Jones. I mean,
right.
There's a reason why they're bringing him slow by slow, because he's going to be good. And I think Philly has some promise if they cannot self-implode.
Right.
So, but Vegas is playing at home. They're -3. I like Philly +3 because all the madness with Gruden and everything is still, and they got an interim coach and just nothing positive. Right. And I feel bad I really feel bad for the players. You know what I mean? Because I think they thought they had something going on this year, and it's kind of falling apart.
Right. A very emotional played game against Denver last week, and they did come out with the win on that one. But we'll see if this ball keeps rolling.
Right. And this is a tough one. Like I said, I'm saying Philly, and depending what happens on my injury reserve list come Sunday, because that's what I look at. That could easily change, or the spread could change. But right now it's 3. I lean towards Philly at this point. So the next game we got is the Bears and Tampa. Chicago, I don't know. I mean, was that the good choice to make at the quarterback? I
don't know. I don't think he was. I think it was premature. Now, now that 2020 is hindsight, yeah, it's premature. Should put the vets in. Let them learn. Let them,
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're. Yeah,
because
I think you're 100% on that. I think.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any quarterback IQ.
I think he's going to be good though.
Yeah, he's going to be good over time with learning and time to learn. He's going to be good, but he doesn't have the IQ. And they have a pretty strong division. Even though you got Detroit in your division, they still play you tough. Your division, your divisional opponent. Minnesota does too. So, yeah, it's not looking good for Matt Nagy. Which I guess he's okay, but it seems to be I don't know. It's like what am I getting? What am I getting this Sunday? What team showing up this Sunday?
And yeah, so Chicago's plus 13. I just don't see them having a. Again, I don't like betting on professional teams, but 2 touchdowns is really kind of a very disrespectful. But I mean, it's probably going to go out like that. I like the over.
Yeah.
47 points. 47 and no, it's 47. And I think Tampa's going to. I think Tom Brady's going to throw for four touchdowns.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just kind of.
Chicago doesn't have a secondary to hold all those guys.
No, they don't. And like I said, it's sad because the city wants another championship so bad, or a good team, and they just can't seem to cut the deal and make it happen. I'll take another one of those though. Yeah. Kind of sad, but kind of is what it is. Let's talk about the Saints in Seattle this week.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Thinking should be a pretty even kill game. You got Geno Smith versus Jameis Winston. Jameis is a better, more accurate quarterback, better thrower the deep ball. Geno has his moments, yeah. But at the same time, he has his limitations as well. With the way Seattle is playing right now, I think the Saints could win this game. Now, it's hard to win in Seattle regardless. So if they take the momentum early, I think they can win this one. But
yeah, I'm thinking early. Yeah. I agree with you 100% on that. Geno used to play with who?
He played with the Jets and the Giants.
The Jets, yeah. That's what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Him was the Jets. And he did okay with the Jets. He did okay. Again, though, I think he was in a bad, just like Sanchez.
Yeah,
Sanchez,
defensive line coach.
Yes, was in a bad, because that kid was a stud when he first came in. It was like, oh wow, they got it, and then it just kind of did this, and that's kind of what happened to Geno Smith. I like the Saints. It's -5. I think it's going to be a tough game. But I think, in reality, I think the Saints need to win.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I think they need to win to make a precedent and just keep going, because, we're going into week 7. You don't want to keep, oh, yeah, there's still a lot of season left. Yeah, there is, but you got to win this. I think this, just in case they meet them down the road again, just to have one up on them. I think that's the over's 43. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like this weekend. That's another thing in Seattle. And going forward, you're going to have to kind of watch the weather, because the weather's going to start playing. Just like a couple weeks ago in New England with the typhoon, that, you know what I'm saying? Because that game could, that's what really made it as close as it was the weather. and it may be raining. It may be pouring down rain in Seattle, which is very common. That could be a running. That all of a sudden now you got a running game.
Yeah,
that's going to be. I like the Saints though. I think the Saints are moving in the right direction. I think the defense is coming along, and I love Sean Payton as a coach. I think, but I think this is a must win for him.
yeah.
I don't think it's time to. I don't think it's time. It's time to start putting these games underneath our belt to make a serious playoff run. The next game, Indianapolis is going to San Fran.
Woo.
Indianapolis is playing some good football.
Yes, they are.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they are playing. Yeah, and they got it all there, and it's been there for the last couple of years. And they got a great coach. They're having some quarterback. I like Indianapolis going into San Fran plus 3 points. Yeah, I do. I mean, I like them. I like them to win, man. I really do. I really think. And what's so crazy is I'm gonna put that in my book. In fact, I'm already placing the bet as we talk. I'm taking just in case that spread changes.
Right.
So yeah, because San Fran has the talent. They're a good team, but they got some injuries, non-stable quarterback situation could go either way. With the injuries with Jimmy G, and it's hard to bank on him. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to go. Is he going to make it the whole? Because I know one thing: Indianapolis has got a defense, and they're going to put it on him. They're going to bring it to. They're going to bring it. Don't think they're not.
They're going to bring it to Garoppolo and company.
Yeah,
so
and if
they have a substantial running game too. To complement and help Carson Wentz operate that play action pass throw that he loves so much.
What's funny though, Lou, is you made this comment. It goes back to the same thing you say about AD. If they can stay healthy, you know what I'm saying? Is a serious threat. And the same thing with Jimmy. Jimmy's the same way. I mean, Jimmy's a hell of a quarterback.
Absolutely.
People talk. I'm like, man, he's a bad to the bone quarterback. The problem is that he gets hurt.
Right.
And he don't do you much. He don't do you a lot of good wearing the headset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
And they paid him a lot, and he got paid a bunch of money here and there. No doubt about that. But yeah, I like Indianapolis to go in. I like him to go in and win. And I'm not against the over. And to be honest with you, with a 3.5, you could bet the Colts on the money line and won't be disappointed. Plus 165, which is a nice little return on 100. Next game, I feel bad for the Houston Texans. They got to go to Arizona. I know. I know. They're going to say, make the bad man stop, Daddy. Make the bad man.
Like, we're 6-0, first in the division. Kyler is lights out. The defense is lights out. I did not know that they had AJ Green along with Hopkins and the other guy. So they got AJ Green that played in Cincinnati. It's retarded. DeAndre Hopkins is just, oh my God. That dude is just ridiculous.
And what's so bad is the point spread on this is Houston is getting plus 17.
Right.
That's a ridiculous amount of points in a professional game. I mean, these are at the end of the day. I no matter how bad the Texans are. These guys are professional players.
Yeah, at any given day, they can win a game.
Yes. So that's the scary part with the 17, because I believe Arizona's, they're going to win.
Right.
But, do they let off the gas? That's the part. Just like talked about Tampa last Thursday. Put money on Tampa and the over. We're there. Fourth quarter. They're about to score. They ran the clock out on the, on the 5-yard line. And you just do this as a gambler, like, wow. Because you have to remember, they had enough down to run the clock out perfectly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They actually, and people are like, well, yeah, no, the time clock has to go with the football time clock. And it just was perfect. And it was like, seriously? Because if they would have had to run something on the, we're going to have a fourth down, they would have scored. And I was like, they're taking a knee. But it happens. It happens, and the over didn't happen, and they didn't win. But yeah, I like Arizona. Arizona's – so if you bet Arizona, I'm going to give you guys a little – Arizona is minus 1,400. So if you bet $100 on Arizona to win on the money line, you'll win $7. That's how much of a favorite they are. So there's no money, what I mean? That's what I mean. There's no money on them. So why would you risk 100 to win 7? It doesn't make it makes no sense. But which is crazy. And we got there's a bunch of MLB. We got the Boston. We got Boston playing the Houston Astros. We got the LA Dodgers playing the Atlanta. I mean, we got a lot of sports going on. I mean, this is a great time of year, man. This October, I'm a baseball fan. I like baseball.
Yeah.
But it really comes into effect in October when it's all you win or go home.
Yeah,
and,
it's crunch time.
Yeah, I love that. So
the true genius and the chess comes out. The chessboard comes out in October.
Yes. It's kind of crazy. But hey man, I want to thank everybody. We got a couple minutes. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Big Blue, man, making this show possible. It's been a great. Love doing it. I look forward to doing it every week. Get all my material. I watch all the games.
Right.
And man, some things we miss. Hey, we're on a tight budget here, so if we miss a couple things, bear with us on our budget. Our budget. We don't have the man show budget. I don't want you to think that we're on the man. We're literally.
Our budget's about right here, right?
There. Yeah, we're the prizes you get between a Cupid doll and the pencil. Anything in between there, it's us. There you go. No, not up here. Not where the stuffed animals are.
No, we're not hanging up outside.
Yeah,
we're not hanging up
outside the pencil. Yeah, that's right. We're more Cupid doll and pencil.
Yeah, we're more like that
there. It's us. That's where we're at.
The back corner. We're back up in there. You gotta ask them about it.
Yeah, not so much in the front. Yeah, ask them about it. That's funny, man. But yeah, we're talking football. Big Lou on Tuesday nights. Like I said, tune in to Cam Radio. So much great shows and music and great format. Want to thank Elah, everybody at the booth. So hey, man, we're gonna tune out. Thanks for tuning in right here on Cam Radio, where we go ham.